not just like words you've written down or words that someone's come up with. Like, it just feels like you're just out there with a microphone.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's part of
Is the thrill of girls chasing you with chili as soon as you go online.
It's one of those things where, for a hot second, you take it as a compliment, and it's like at service level, it's like, oh, thanks. Like I think Will's incredible at what he does, so I take that as a compliment. But then I feel like the more I sit with it and the more I hear it, the more it makes me go, I don't want to be anyone else. I don't want to be a second coming of Will Ospreay. I think after Shaymin I got a lot of Randy ones, and it's like the same feeling of, at first, that's really cool. Like, that's a great comparison, but I really want to start carving my own path, and I don't want to be the second of anybody else. So yeah, I think that's kind of what I'm focusing on. I'm just trying to carve my own path now.
Well, I think it's like the Randy Orton comparisons come from chin tab, right? Of course. But like, so jacked now. Thank you. Sleep tattoo.
Yeah. I understand it totally. Like, I it's not like I hold any ill will towards people that say that to me. Like, it's a huge compliment. I think the world of both of those guys. But yeah, for me, it's now more important to start finding my individuality, who I am as a wrestler, and that being the first thing that people think when they see me instead of a second someone else, right?
What made you dial in your workouts and dial in your nutrition as much as you have?
Man, it's been a bit of a process. I think the first thing, it was during COVID. I moved back to Australia. I was living in the UK at the time. Everything shut down, so I moved back to Australia with my family, and I couldn't wrestle. I had to get a normal job, whatever it was, and I kind of, what was it? I was working in a warehouse for I guess like a furniture, like what's the comparison I would make over here? Like what's a department store? I don't know.
Like Macy's?
Macy's, yeah, something like that.
Was it like more like IKEA?
They had like furniture, they had TVs, they had fridges. It was kind of just like one of those everything type stores, right? So yeah, stacking warehouse shelves and whatever. Yeah, and it was during that actually I remember feeling super defeated, obviously, about everything, and I kind of had decided in my brain, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'll be a wrestler, but I could never be one of those jacked guys. I'll just not be a body guy. Like, I'll just be like a good wrestler that looks whatever. And then I remember thinking that, and then almost instantly, like, thinking to myself, like, what am I talking about? Like, why would I not want to try my best and work my hardest? Like, that seems ridiculous to me. So that's when it started. I had a lot more time on my hands. I wasn't wrestling a bunch. So I really started working on learning about nutrition for the first time, learning about my training for the first time properly. And then from there, when I moved back to the UK, I started working with the same coach that I work with now. His name's Justin Reese. He's been great. And then it got difficult for a while because I was still traveling a lot, doing Japan trips back to Australia, the US as well. So like, when you're traveling that much, it's so hard to keep your nutrition in track. I did the best I could, but like, it's still not the same. And then when I got signed to AEW back in 2023, for the first time I had like a schedule and a home base and like somewhere that I could always go back to. And that was really where it changed for me. It was like I would be on the road for a couple of days a week, but then as soon as I got home, it was like, all right, I'm in my kitchen, I have my gym, I have my bed, I have this routine, and I can really dial in everything. So that's kind of where it was. And I've been working with my coach, and just along with everything else that's been happening, like with my career and this past year, whatever, I just have this new renowned sense of I just need to work as hard as I possibly can. I have this like awesome opportunity in front of me. I'm 26 years old. I'm in a place that so many people would die to be in. And if I don't work as hard as possible, I'm kind of not doing it justice.
Yeah.
And being put in this awesome spot, I would be cheating myself if I didn't do everything I could to put my best foot forward every day. So that's kind of the mentality behind it.
It comes down to this.
Yeah, right.
Like, are you willing to eat like this? Are you willing to go to bed on a routine? Are you willing to find time to go to the gym?
Yeah.
And the answer for a lot of people is no.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
No judgment. But you're saying those are important to me. I'm going to work my day around making time for those things.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's been one of the biggest blessings in my life, falling in love with the gym. It's like it's taught me so much about myself and about life and about my career and just the mentality that I've had to develop in order to get to where I am. So yeah, I think it's probably one of the most important things and one of the reasons that I'm finding success, just everything that the gym has taught me, really.
But if we look at a picture of you from just 1 year ago, and we look at you now, completely different.
Totally.
Huge transformation.
Yeah. And I think that comes down to just that always wanting to progress and always wanting to move forward and just using every day as an opportunity to get 1% better. And I think getting 1% better every day over a whole year, it amounts to a massive change.
Pink seems to has become a theme for you. Where did this come from?
Yeah, so that kind of started. It was earlier this year. I think it was a random tweet that jogged my memory. It was like, not enough men wear pink in wrestling. And I screenshotted it and I sent it to my gear designer, the guy that designs all my gear. And I was like, I have this idea. And I'd done like a triple red gear before, but in my brain it just like popped. I was like, triple pink. Just for whatever reason, that was my idea. And I sent that to him and then we were like, all right, great. And I saw the design and I was like, this is the best gear I have ever had. I'm so excited. And then it ended up coming in time just as I found out I was going to be in the Owen tournament. So I was like, oh, that makes sense. I'll just wear it for the Owen tournament. That's great.
Think about the hearts, you think about pink.
It's perfect, right? So I wore it for that. It was Dynasty earlier this year. I wore that gear for the first time, and just the reaction that it got, like, it was polarizing. It was like people loved it, people hated it, whatever it was. But I think whenever something like that happens, it's like it sets something off in my brain of like, that's something, whatever that is, like something that organically gets that much like reaction either way. It's like that's something to tap into. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep wearing this gear for a little bit, see what happens. And then like I think I wore that one set of gear for a month or two, and by that point everyone was like, pink is your thing now. Like I think it's just like synonymous with you. So I was like, okay. And then since then it's just been every set of gear I've had, it's like, all right, what can we do with pink this time? Let's change it up. Let's do something else. And then yeah, the suits and stuff as well. Yeah, I think I've just found my thing. I found my niche.
Yeah, not only do you have a pink tie on, you've got the pink window pane.
Of course.
In the suit.
Yes, sir.
Amazing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm sticking to it now. I kind of have to.
I'm sure it will evolve to be like pink accents in,
Of course,
your gear.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a test of how creative can I get with the color pink.
Right.
Literally.
How many shades of pink?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll see how long it takes before I run out.
I didn't know protostar was a real word.
Yeah.
Like I thought you were taking the word prototype and star and putting them together.
Yeah. So that's kind of my spin on it. That's the spin that I put on it. But the original I guess moniker came from the word and the definition of protostar,
which is like it's like
the baby form of a star. If you want to get the actual definition,
I opened it up
yeah,
here.
Please.
It's a contracting mass of gas,
there you go,
which represents an early stage in the formation of a star before nucleosynthesis has begun.
There you go, protostar.
So like an early version of a star.
Exactly, yeah. And when I got given the name, it was like, yeah, it was kind of, that was the direction I was heading. It was like, oh, it looks like you're going to be a star. So it just made sense, and it's kind of stuck.
It has stuck. I mean, It sounds really cool, too.
Totally, yeah. Yeah, it was kind of stumbled on it accidentally, organically, but yeah, now I'm stuck with it, just like the pink.
Do you feel the weight of your colleagues, your friends, fans saying, you're going to be a future star?
In a lot of ways, yes, but I think none of it even comes close to the pressure that I put on myself. I think my whole life I've kind of felt this, like, even before I knew I wanted to be a wrestler, I felt this, like, this calling that I was meant to do something big, that I was meant to be somebody. So when I fell into wrestling and I was like, yes, this is my thing, I always knew I wanted to be the best. I knew I wanted to be world champion. So I think it's more so the pressure that I put on myself. And it's, I think when I hear other people say things like that, it's almost more reaffirming to me that this thing that I felt, this drive that I feel, that it is paying off and it's for a reason, and that I'm just exactly where I'm meant to be.